Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is the second part of our kids cardigan. We have already made this in our previous video. Now it's time to make this applique. In this video we are going to make this applique, and also we are going to attach this into this cardigan. In this video we are going to make Peppa and George pig. For this we are going to have these colors: pink, blue, red and black, and I'm using 3 mm hook, yarn needle and a scissor. Take pink yarn for making our head. For that we have to make a magic ring, and in the magic ring we are going to make chain 3. 1, 2, 3. After that insert our hook into the magic ring and make 1 double crochet. In this way we have to make 9 double crochets in the magic ring. So we have done our 9 double crochet. Now pull the yarn and close the magic ring. So after that we have to make a slip stitch into the chain 3 stitch. So we have done our first row. Then chain 3, yarn over and make 1 double crochet into the same stitch. Yarn over again, make 2 double crochet into the same stitch. In this way we have to increase in this row. So make 2 double crochet until we get here. So we have done our increase. Slip stitch into the chain 3, which we have done in the beginning of this row. So we have done our second row as well. Now chain 3 again. Now we have to make 3 double crochet for our nose. Make 1 more double crochet. Now we have to chain 1 and turn our work. After chain 1 we have to pull out yarn from the 3 stitches and make 1 single crochet. Pull all this 4 loop, and we have done our nose part. We have done our nose. So we have to cut our yarn. Now we have to sew our yarn end. Then cut our yarn. After making our nose, now it's time to make our ear. For the ear, we have to make a slip knot. For making ears, we have to skip 3 stitches, and in the 4th stitch we have to insert our hook and make chain 1, 2, 3 and 4. After chain 4, we have to make 1 single crochet into the 2nd stitch from the hook and continue making 1 single crochet into the remaining chain. So at the end we have 3 single crochet and make 1 single crochet into the next stitch. In this way we have done our first ear. Now slip stitch into the next stitch and make chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now make 1 single crochet into the 2nd chain from the hook as we have done for our first ear. Continue making single crochet into the remaining chain. Now slip stitch into the next stitch. Cut our yarn. We have done our ear. We have done our head. Now we have to hide our yarn end by sewing these tails here. Cut the yarn and sew this tail as well to secure it as well as to hide our tail. After this we have to make our second head. Our second head is same as the first one. So first 2 rows of our head is same, as we have to done magic circle and make chain 3, 9 double crochet and 2 double crochet into the same stitch. So now we have to make our nose area. I want my 2 appliques are facing with each other. So for this I have to make my nose in this area. So for that I have to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Now turn my work. Make 1 single crochet into the next stitch, make 1 more and the last double crochet, chain 1 and pull up our yarn from the every stitch. So we have 4 loops in our hook. Then make 1 single crochet. So in this way we have done our nose. So we have two pieces who is pacing with each other. Now we have to make our ear in this area. For that we have to count from the nose. So for this we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put our hook into the 6th stitch and make a knot. And start making chain. Chain 1, 2, 3 and 4. Make one single crochet into the second stitch. Second chain from the hook. Continue make one single crochet into the remaining chain. Then make a single crochet into the next stitch, slip stitch into the next, make 4 chain. Make one single crochet into the second chain from the hook. Continue making single crochet and slip stitch into the next stitch. In this way we have finished our ear. We have done our two heads for Peppa and the George pig. So the ends, and I am going to use red color for Peppa's dress. For this I have to skip 2 chain, and in the third stitch I have to insert my hook into the back loop and make a slip knot and pull out my yarn. Then make chain 2, count as double crochet and make 4 more double crochet into the back loop of the stitches. So in the first row we have 5 double crochets. We have done our first row. After that, chain 2, turn and make 1 double crochet into the same stitch. After that, 1 double crochet into the next, 1 more double crochet into the next stitch. In this way we are going to increase in this row. Make 2 double crochets into the same stitch. At the end we have 10 double crochet. After this row we have to increase only 2 stitches in each row, first at the beginning and second at the end. Continue make 4 more rows for the dress. This is the last row of our dress. In the last row I am not increase any stitch. So we have done our dress. So we have to cut our yarn and make a slip knot to secure it. In this way we have done our Peppa's dress. Now it's time to make George dress. For George dress we have blue yarn for George dress. For this we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On 7 stitch from the nose we are going to make chain 1 and yarn over and make 1 half double crochet into the same stitch. In this way we are going to continue our work. Make 1 half double crochet into the next 4 stitches. Make sure you are going to make half double crochet into the back loop only for our first row. After making 5 half double crochet, chain 1 and turn, make 2 half double crochet into the first stitch. In this way we have increased. Now 1 half double crochet into the next, 1 half double crochet into the next stitch and 1 more half double crochet. Now in the last stitch we are going to make 2 half double crochet. In this way we are going to increase our work in the beginning and in the end we are going to increase. We have done our second row. Then chain 1 and turn, continue increasing in the beginning and in the end. After making 4 rows of increases, now we have to decrease our work. For this, chain 1, yarn over, insert our hook into the first and pull up the yarn, insert into the next and pull all the loops. In this way we have to decrease our work. Now continue making 1 half double crochet until we get into the last 2 stitches. Now pull up the yarn from the 2 stitches and make 1 half double crochet, chain 1 and turn, continue, decrease. In this way we have to decrease our work. Continue making 1 half double crochet until we get into the end of this row. We have done our decrease, chain 1 and turn, make 1 decrease. After that we have to make 4 half double crochets and make 1 decrease. This is the last decrease. After that we have to make a slip knot. In this way we have done our dresses for Peppa and for George Pig. After making our dresses, now it's time to make our arms. And we are going to sew our arms in this way. And we have to make leg as well. For Peppa and George, we need 2 arms and 2 legs. For making our arms, we are going to need pink yarn. So we have to make our arms. For that we have to make slip knot and going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After chain 5, make 3 more chains. Now slip stitch into the third chain from the hook. Make 3 more chain and make slip stitch into the same stitch. Slip stitch. Now make 1 more chain 3. Then slip stitch this into the same stitch where we have done our slip stitch for last 2 chain 3 stitches. Now make 1 single crochet into the remaining chains. In this way we have done our arms. We have done our arms. Now it's time to make our legs. For this we are going to need black yarn for sew. Black yarn is using for making our sew. For this make chain 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now make 1 single crochet into the second stitch from the hook and continue make 1 single crochet into the remaining chains. In this way we have done our sew. Cut the yarn and make a slip knot. Now we have to sew these tails into this. In this way we have to hide our tails and cut the yarn. So we have done our shoe. Now we have to make our legs. For making our legs, we have to take pink yarn and make our shoe. Now insert our hook into the shoe, then make a slip knot. After that, we have to pull out this and make chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After this, we have to make one single crochet into the second chain from the hook, and continue making single crochet into the remaining chains. Now we have to make a slip stitch. Cut the yarn and we have to pull out our yarn from back to the front. Pull our yarn. Now we have to sew our ends to hide our tails. We have to sew this tail as well to secure it and pull it through from bottom to the top to attach our leg into our body. In this way, we have to sew our leg with our body. In the same way, we have to sew our arms as well. So we have sew our arms and our legs. Now it's time to make our eye. For making eye, I am going to use white yarn. So make a slip knot. And chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. After that, slip stitch into the first chain. In this way we get a circle, white circle. Cut a quite long tail to sew this. Take a yarn needle and we have to sew this to secure. Now cut the yarn tail. In this way we have done our eye. So now we have to attach this. After attaching our eyes, now it's time to make our black part of our eyes. For this I'm going to use yarn needle and black yarn. Now insert my needle from the back side and make a knot. For make this knot, I am going to wrap 2 times in the needle and pull it back to the back side. Now we have done our first eyeball. Now for making another eye, we have done the same as we have done for the first one. So wrap 2 times in the needle and put it back through the eyes, and in this way we have done our eyeball as well. Now tie our yarn to secure it. Cut the yarn. So in this way we have done our eyes. Now it's time to make our lips. For making our lips, we have to need needle and a red yarn. So I'm just going to sew our yarn to make a lips. In this way we have to make our lips. Now we have done our Peppa Pig. Now continue make same for the George Pig as well. Now we have completed our appliques. This is the final look of the applique. Now we have to attach our applique into the cardigan. Now it's time to sew our appliques into the cardigan. For this I have leave quite long tail to sew it into the cardigan. So we have to attach this yarn and sew our appliques. Use this tail to sew the legs and this for the arms and this for the another arm and head. And for the red dress I am using red color. Now I am going to show you how to sew the George peak. Put your yarn into the needle and place it where you want to attach with this in the cardigan, and we have to simply sew it. We have to sew our arms. And we have to continue sewing our fingers. Continue sewing our three fingers. I am so sorry for the blurry video. I didn't realize during the recording of this video. So please excuse me for this one. Continue sew this arm and this arm as well. Now make a knot and put it here to sew our head. If you want, you can also insert your insert your needle from the inside of the cardigan, but I am insert my needle from here and cut my yarn tail. Now continue sewing my head. Just going to sew the head all around. Continue sewing your applique. Make sure you are just have to sew the edge of the applique. Once again, so sorry for the blurry video. I was just busy in sewing my applique, so I didn't realize that video is not clear. Continue sewing our applique to the cardigan. Now we have done our first ear. After that we have to sew our second ear. So we have to continue sew our second ear. Continue sew our head until we reach in the neck area. Now it's time to sew our body part. For this we have to attach our blue yarn and start sewing. I am just going to sew the blue part with the blue yarn. We have complete our George peak. Now sew it back and port to secure it. Now cut the yarn. So we have done our George peak. Now it's time to sew our Peppa Pig. Okay, after sewing arms and head, now I am going to show you how to attach our dress. For this we have to need a red yarn to sew the red dress, and just sew it. We have to sew our dress from bottom to the top in this way. After reaching at the top, we have to go to the another side. For this we have to just sew in this area, and then we are going to start sewing from the top to the down. So continue sewing our dress. So we have reached in the another side of the dress. From here we have to sew our dress from top to the bottom and sew all around and complete sew our dress where we have start our sewing. Now we are going to reach in the place where we have start our sewing. So in this way we have to sew our dress. Now sew some back and port to secure our yarn, and we have to cut our yarn. In this way we have done our sewing part. So we have done our complete cardigan. To make this applique and attach this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.